but I feel so much love in this circle from these people, from my community. And I just want to remind everybody that even if our government is not there for us, we are there for us. And that's never going to change. Woo! That's right.
She's come out and you have to charge the same No! No!
Mic check!
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 When I came over here,
When I came over here,
my stomach felt like it was full of marbles.
my stomach felt like it was full of marbles.
On everything. Because this is disgusting.
This is disgusting.
And I hope we keep this shit going as long as necessary.
I hope we keep this shit going as long as necessary.
Everyone that we know safe from harm.
Keep everyone we know safe from harm.
As my friend has said,
As my friend has said,
this is no matter of opinion.
this is no matter of opinion.
This is a matter of people's lives.
This is a matter of people's lives.
Fuck Nazis!
Fuck Nazis! Fuck Trump!
Fuck racist pigs!
Fuck Trump!
Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump! Fuck Nazis, fuck Trump!
My daughter, yeah, she excels every.
Hello, do you know who Frederick Douglass is?
I do. He's a famous Rochesterian who was an abolitionist, which meant that he was against slavery and worked very hard on all levels to eliminate slavery in our country. And he developed a newspaper with much of that being his theme. And he was definitely a civil rights leader.
And you know, there's a lot of stuff talking about the election, and if Frederick Douglass was alive today, what would he say about it?
You know, that is a really very interesting question, and I have conflicted answers on that. But first of all, I think of him as an intellectual, so I would hope that he would keep an open mind and that he would support the will of the country, which is that President Trump has been elected, and try to work with him with his points of view. So on the one hand, I think that he might keep an open mind about the presidency. On the other hand, he certainly is a man who would be against any remarks indicating any sort of bigotry for people, and I know that that is something that people feel that Trump has expressed, perhaps inartfully explored, and so maybe Frederick Douglass would like an exploration of that type of point of view.
Thank you.
Okay, does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So, do you guys know who Frederick Douglass is?
Yes. Yes.
You guys know who Frederick Douglass is? Good. If he was alive during this election, what would he say? What do you believe he would say?
I think he would dislike the amount of underlying racism that was kind of brought to the public's opinion and stuff after kind of the hateful things that were said during the election.
I think I'll same thing along the lines with the racism thing. I think the people's reactions where so many people are willing to support possible racist comments or even make more and then claim they're doing it in support of the candidate that won, Donald Trump. I think he would be more upset at a lot of the people's reactions.
I think something that would be a point of his was that he might be a little frustrated with the underlying issues that people were very passionate about when you're talking about underlying racism and sexism throughout the race. I think that he'd be a little upset that that kind of turned into a lot of the decision making instead of the more important issues.
You left your lunch here? Come on.
I would definitely say that. Definitely, Pretty much almost
I don't
every
see
debate and every news coverage was just about either race, sexism, things where, and literally just like kind of those issues.
I think he'd probably also be upset with the idea that the popular vote went in favor of one candidate and they lost the election versus because of not getting enough electoral college votes.
Well, I think that he would respect the outcome, but have opinions on the way those outcomes are determined.
All right. Thank you. That's good.
All right.
Cool. Wow. Do you know who Frederick Douglass is?
Yes, I'm aware of Frederick Douglass. I know who he is.
All right. And if he was alive today, what do you think he would say about this election?
I think he'd be a bit appalled and dejected based on what the projections were and how the rest of the world thought the outcome would be, because Mr. Trump comes off as a bit misogynistic, a bit racist, and that's contrary to building what this country is working on. So anti-gay, pretty much a lot of things, and he pretty much dissected, connected, and obliterated everybody and everything, but he won. So on the projections, he'd be a little bit shocked. He is what he is. He didn't hide his views. He was straightforward, and you got to respect that. However, the media projected another candidate to win, and that's surprising. So I think he'd fall into that category where he'd be really surprised.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Eason.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Wow. Hello. The first question: do you know who Frederick Douglass is?
Yes.
You know who he is. All right. And if Frederick Douglass was alive today, what would he say about this election?
I think he would be happy that us as black people still have the opportunity to vote and to select the candidate we want. I think he'll be upset that Donald Trump was able to say the things he said but still win the election, and if that was a black man, Hispanic man, or person of color, they wouldn't be allowed to say those things and still be considered a presidential candidate.
All right, man. Thank you.
That's it?
You could
no interview.
But you could have made it longer. All right. So first question is gonna be: do you know who Frederick Douglass is?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes.
All right.
He was an abolitionist. He fought for women's rights. He's from Rochester. Actually, no, not from Rochester. He was born a slave and came to Rochester after he escaped from slavery.
And what if Frederick Douglass was alive today, or any abolitionist or somebody who was anti-slavery, if they were alive today, what do you think they would say about this election?
Well, I think they would be a little disappointed. But I heard on the news this morning, I heard a young man saying that, through the process that our country has developed, that is who our people elected, and we have to all be on the same page and not go our separate ways. We have to all be on the same page, and we have to try to work together. So disappointed, but I think he would want us to work together in support of people, all people.
All right. Thank you.